Hello everyone, welcome back to Tilted Planet. This is the second episode of this series, Indo-Pak Relationship with respect to the Indus Water Treaty. In this episode, I am going to talk about partition and irrigation. The topics I am going to cover in this episode are understand the geography, needs of an empire, Indian National Congress's Quit India movement, Jinnah's cooperation with the British, division on communal lines, the United States of America's entry on the global stage, and splitting the Indus River Basin. Okay, so let's take a moment to review the map again. First, let us appreciate the length of the Indus River. I have given a red background to this main Indus River. So, it originates in Tibet in Lake Mansarovar, then flows through Tibet, comes into India, Leh, Ladakh, and then Kashmir, and then it enters Pakistan, and then goes from Pakistan's Punjab till Sindh, and then eventually it meets the Arabian Sea. Now, the Punjab before partition used to extend all the way up to Indus. So, Pakistan actually has more Punjab than India. This is the Indian Punjab. Punjab's partition is particularly ironic because the name Punjab itself means Panch Aap means 5 rivers, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi and Satluj. These 5 rivers gave Punjab its name, and now that it is divided, it is very unfortunate that Indian Punjab has lost the 5 rivers that it gets its name from. Okay, now this is a little bit zoomed out map. This is the entire river that I was explaining to you. This is the Indus, and these are the tributaries that I already explained. So this is a 1909 map. Now, as I have mentioned, that original Punjab extended all the way up to Indus. West of Indus is northwest frontier to the north, and then if you come a little bit of south, then west of Sindh is Baluchistan. So that's the Baluchistan that I talked about a lot in the first episode. And one interesting thing, I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and you can see Sindh was in the Bombay Presidency. From Goa up to Sindh was the Bombay Presidency. As the Indus irrigation expanded into Sindh, it became a separate province. Sindh had something very important for the British. The port of Karachi was critical for the British to control the Persian Gulf, as the British oil companies were operating in Iran. India contributed significantly to the British wartime efforts in terms of army recruitment and resources. In the previous episode, we saw how so much of wasteland was now under cultivation due to all these canals that were excavated by the British, which means that India was producing a whole lot of food, but it was not meant for its people. In 1943, there was a famine in Bengal, which we now know was artificially created by the British Raj, during which millions of people died. Now, as the Indian freedom struggle intensified, first of all, British had no intentions of leaving, but particularly they wanted at any cost, they wanted the control of this land that was bordering Afghanistan and Iran to keep tabs on Russia. Now, the position of the Indian National Congress was that they wanted the British, and rightfully so, they wanted the British to pack their bags completely and leave. But the British could not do that. They did not want to lose control of this land. Now, the disgruntled Jinnah saw an opportunity here. They started to cooperate with each other. The divide and rule policy came into full force when the British announced the religion-based electorate. Leaders like Sikandar Hayat Khan were marginalized. He was forced to give up the Muslim faction of his unionist party to Muslim League. This created nationalist spirits with the Muslims and Sikhs in Punjab. Leading up to the partition, Sikhs offered various territorial proposals for a Sikh nation, but they were told that they did not have majority in any particular part of Punjab. It is so ironic, the land where Maharaja Ranjit Singh treated Hindus and Muslims like his brothers, and where Sikandar Hayat Khan worked so hard for the unity of Punjab with a coalition with the Sikhs and Hindus, was divided now on communal lines. After the Second Big War, the United States of America rose as a global superpower. Until I read this book, The Untold Story of India's Partition, on which I made an episode previously, you can watch it here, I was blindsided to the fact that the United States of America had a role in nudging the British out of India, although not without the partition, because they were also interested in this land. In any case, the partition happened on both sides, East Pakistan, West Pakistan, and the Indus River Basin was divided between East and West, India and Pakistan. In December 1947, the chief engineers from both sides met and signed a standstill agreement which provided the same water allocation as the pre-partition era. The nationalist spirits were quite high, as you can imagine. Kanwar Sen, an engineer, influenced through his contacts through Maharaja of Bikaner to ensure that the part of the Firozpur district which was critical for irrigation did not go to Pakistan. Now, what happened since the independence in all these years? We'll see that in the next episode.